Converting measurements. So today we're going to carry on looking at converting measurements of length, and you can see I've written the three main facts that we just need to learn. So 1 centimetre is the same as 10 millimetres. So 10 millimetres make 1 centimetre. 1 metre is the same as 100 centimetres, so you need 100 centimetres to make 1 metre. And 1 kilometre is the same as 1,000 metres, so you need 1,000 metres to make 1 kilometre. So as I said on the website, it is going to be using our timesing and dividing by 10, 100 and 1,000. Now the units in these conversions show you what you're going to be timesing and dividing by. There are 10 millimetres in 1 centimetre, therefore you're timesing and dividing by 10. There are 100 centimetres here, therefore you are timesing and dividing by 100, and there are 1,000 metres here, which means you're timesing and dividing by 1,000. So we'll go through each of them. So we've got 4.3 centimetres. Now we can go back up to our conversion chart. You can see that you need more millimetres to make centimetres. Therefore, if you need more, you're going to multiply. So 4.3, we're going to be multiplying. Okay. What are we going to be multiplying by? There are 10 millimetres, so we're going to be multiplying by 10. So we're going to write it in here, 4.3. And to multiply by 10, to multiply, your digits are getting bigger. Multiplying by 10, there's one placeholder, so you move them one place. The 4 is going to go from the 1s into the 10s. The 3 is going to go from the 10ths into the 1s. You can put the decimal point back in. So 4.3 centimetres equals 43 millimetres. And you'll do the same on the reverse. You have 72 millimetres. You come up into the conversion. You're going into centimetres. You need less centimetres, therefore you need to divide. You know that it's divided by 10 because there are 10 millimetres. So we're going to write it in 72 millimetres, dividing, so the digits are getting smaller. Dividing by 10, there's one placeholder, so you move it one place. The 2 is going to go into the tenths, pop my decimal point in, and the 7 is going to move into the 1s. So my answer is 7.2. Moving up here into our metres and centimetres, we've got 5.6 metres. We come back over here. We need to go to centimetres. There are more, so we multiply. There are 100 centimetres, so we're multiplying by 100. So we write 5.6 into our columns, multiplying by 100, 2 placeholders, moving it 2 places. 5 goes from the 1s to the 10s to the 100s. The 6 goes from the 10ths to the 1s to the 10s. Now at the moment this says 56, but you've got 500 and 6 10s, so we know we need to put our placeholder in there. So 5.6 metres is 560 centimetres. You've got 107 centimetres. We're going from centimetres to metres, so there are less, so therefore we are dividing. We're dividing by 100 because there are 100 centimetres. We're going to write our digits in the place value column, so 107. 2 placeholders, move it 2 places. So the 7 is going to go from the 1s to the 10ths to the 100ths. The 0 is going to go from the 10s to the 1s to the 10ths. And the 1 is going to go from the 100s to the 10s to the 1s. You need to pop your decimal point in, so you have 1.07. So 107 centimetres is 1.07 metres. Again, exactly the same method for kilometres to metres. We've got 1.8 kilometre, we need to put it into metres. We go over here. Kilometres, there are less, so we need to go more, so we multiply. There are 1,000 metres in a kilometre, so you're multiplying by 1,000. So we're going to write 1.8 into our place value column, multiply by 1,000, they're getting bigger, 3 placeholders, so it moves 3 places. The 1 is going to go from the 1s to the 10s, to the 100s, to the 1,000s. Now I haven't drawn a thousands column, so I'll pop one in. So that moves into there. And then the 8 is going to go from the 10ths to the 1s, to the 10s, to the 100s. At the moment this says 18, but we know it's 1,800, so we need to put our 2 placeholders in. So there are 1,800 meters in 1.8 kilometers. 826 meters. We're going from meters to kilometers, so there are less, so we divide. You're dividing by 1,000 because there are 1,000 meters. You need to write your number in, so 826. You're going to be moving it 3 places because there are 3 placeholders. So we're going to move the 6 from the ones to the tenths to the hundredths to the thousandths. Again, I haven't drawn this place value column in. Then you're going to move the 2 to the ones to the tenths to the hundredths. And then you've got to move the 8 from the hundreds to the tens to the ones to the tenths. You pop your decimal point in. Now there's nothing in the ones, so you always put a 0 placeholder. So it equals 0.826 kilometers. Hopefully, this will help you be able to convert all units of length.